mai, Hawaii nui a ke aea mai, loko mai, o ka pōpuka mai, ka moku ka aina, ka lalani aina o nuu mea, ka pae aina o i kukulu o Tahiti. Nau o Maui he moku he aina, nā kama o ka malala walu e noho. Nā kulua i ea o hau mea he tāne, nā hina nui ala nā he wahine. Loa a Molokaʻi ke akua, he kahuna he puale nā nonu mei. Kumai ke ali i kalani ka haluku ai ea o Tahiti. Loa ala na i he keiki ho kamana ke au kana i moe aku moe a walinu o hola ni he ke a kapu o uluhi nai. Nau ka hola ave he lo pāki nā kuluhi nai. Moku ka piko ke kamaiki ka ieve o ke keiki I lele I komo I loko o ka ape nalu, ka ape kai ale ale. Loa ka malo ke kama o molokini ka moku, he ieve ia, he ieve ta moku. Mai ahu kini ala a he ali I mai ka nānamu, mai ka api o ka ia, mai ka ale po I pū o hale ka lani. Loa o ahu he vohi na ahu kini ala a. Nala a kapu he kāne ia, nala a mea ala a kona he wahine. Ho ka uhua ho I loli ka nuu poki ali, I ka hei au kapu anone. I ka uila I ka po kapu o makali, hanau o ka ua I he ali I he kama he huali. He huhui ali I Hawaii na ke po kela o nā moku, I pāhola ia e kalani holo wale nā moku I hola ni ka wewehi kapu a kalana kirai. Pulia I ta moku a kāne kana loi, ta I he lau me ki I bora bora. Nāna I mahi ki wanalia o wanalia ke kāne o hanala a ka wahine. Ana uni I hau he aina I ke ai ka mole o ka aina. E kolu lako keiki I hanau I ka lakahi, o ni I hau o ka ula o ni hoa pau mai. Whaka makua hine o ili moku ole mai mahobe. Ua I te ai.
Aloha mai kākou.
Aloha.
On this auspicious day, Alapola Hiva Kane, on this wonderful time of our canoe returning here to Kualoa, the land of the ancestors, I'd like to ask all of you to please stand, take the hand of the person next to you. We're going to call the ancestors. Yep. Ai nau māku o ka pō, e nau māku o ke au. O ʻoli ku puna wahine, o hau mea ku o kumumana o pele ko ua kuala e oku. Oku ho o ne e nua kua kamaina, o lono māku aho ahi ahi. O kane ka wai o la me kana loa e. E mali o ku ua loe. E hoi mai a māko ka aina, e hoi mai a māko ki ea, e hoi mai a māko ka mano ka lahu. E malama e ho ulu I ko kuma o pula. A ko la pupu, a Hoʻomaikaʻi oli a ka I ko a palalau halai. E pale ina me aino a pau e. E o Hōkūleʻa e. A mama ua noa.
I remember, I think it was about 1993, coming down to this park and Maupialu, who was over here. Hōkūleʻa came. Wow. Hōkūleʻa. What a celebration today. Celebration of this epic journey. Now, when I was high school, we had to read about, I think Homer is his name, Iliad and the Odyssey, about the epic journey, Iliad and Odyssey. Whoa, Hōkūleʻa went all around the world. No less epic than Iliad and Odyssey. Congratulations to Nainoa and Bruce. Oh yeah, you too. Uncle Hector. You know, these guys have like continued our traditions and legacy of voyaging. Here in Hakipu'u, we have this legacy of voyaging. Haʻi sailed all over the Pacific, and he brought the breadfruit from Opolu and planted it here in Hakipu'u. As part of this ohana of Hakipu'u, we are very honored to continue this legacy. Just like Kamehameha, when they passed over here, take down his sail in honor of Ka'i. Last Friday, Bruce brought the Hōkūleʻa over here, coming to Oahu and honored us again. Today, Hōkūleʻa came all the way inside, honoring us again to be a part of, I wouldn't say the end of the voyage, the pani, I would say a transition. Power of Worldwide, fantastic. And now we're going to continue. And what a way to continue but to take care of our own ocean, go to our own islands and make sure that we pa'a about taking care of our aina and ocean. We would like to take this time to mahalo these great people who have continued our traditions of voyaging. And we have some of our family, and we've been working hard to prepare ho'okupu, kahiwa, chakam. Okay, so this is my grandson, kahiwa. Okay. And so when Hōkūleʻa came back in '95, I think, from Rarotonga, we made these gifts for the canoes that came with Hōkūleʻa. The windguards of La'amaumau. And we would like to present our honored guests with the windguard. So, in our windguard of La'amaumau, we have included wind instruments. Oh, Kawaidem came back, there was bara dojums. Okay, need wind. So, we are gifting our honored guests with poo. Ohe hano ihu. O kio kio. They're going to let Kahiva play them because this one hard for play. I don't know if I can play them. Good try. A koi koi, another wind instrument. You know, when I was small kid over here in Hakipu, my mom them, they tell us, when you go down the ocean, especially when you're going fishing, no whistle. Because if you whistle, or the wind's going to come. Hard time for see the he'e when windy. But I think when you're on a sailing canoe like Hōkūleʻa, you need the winds. This is a koi koi, another wind instrument. So our ohana have been working hard, getting these hokupu to our honored guests. And the first person we would like to honor is Uncle Hector Busby from Aotearoa. I'm going to confuse people because we had one order, but I'm changing the order. Okay. Easy for me if I just go one by one down the line. So the next one is Kaiulani. You know, how nice Walt Disney would make the movie for her. Moana. So now the whole world knows that navigators are women. And Morris, Nainoream, and Kaina Bruce, they make Kaiulani and Pomai, captain and navigators, for bringing the Hōkūleʻa home. Wow, wow, wow. Uncle Bruce over there. Kaina. Steady, steady, steady man. Keep Hōkūleʻa going. Nainoa. Kaina. We are also very honored to have the makali'i, and on behalf of the gang from Kauai, I would like to ask Uncle Shorty Birdman to come. If you can come all the way to the front. Mahalo. You know, it was an honor for me to go to Kauai High to help finish the mai soup for Papa Mau. And Makali gang and everyone did that. Mahalo to Mau Pialuk. To continue our welcoming to all of you from our ancestors, our kupuna, our families from Hakipu'u. We are honored to have you in Hakipu'u and Kualoa today. Mahalo nui.
Kaukala I kaina no I no I o haha manu I nalan mauna leo hakahe kaha I alono ho ipon keka o makali ho ʻōkūleʻa na maho e puana I ke o he I kala kaha I alono ho ipon e kai vikua mo o mai hikua hokule ki ana ia pa meha nei kamala kaha ia alono ho ipon huina ho o ke le iara e ke ohu o mana ia kalan o kalonga o namo kaha ia alono ho ipono Hiba, heiva, kalupe pahili, ga ke lua ke pono oni pa ainalan, kukaha ia lono ipon uapai.
Welcome to Hakipu'u.
Mahalo nui to all of you for being here today. Mahalo.
Velina Hoʻomaikaʻi. On behalf of the Polynesian Voyaging Society, we want to acknowledge the hospitality of Uncle Calvin Ho and the Hakipu'u Ohana, who have cared for all of us every time we are here in this, the home of Kaha'i, and the home of Hōkūleʻa, where she was born, here in these waters. So we express our aloha and our gratitude to the Hakipu'u Ohana for always making us feel loved and cared for and welcome. At this time, we prepare for the serving of ʻAwa, and we ask that you would prepare personally and enjoy this moment of quietness to reflect on the things that matter, whether it be on this voyage, somewhere around the world where you've had an experience, or somehow in your life where Malama Honua was made real. Those moments and those memories are special, and they're part of this morning. Mahalo wa nui.
Mahalo ho'i no ka āpua ko ana mai, ka po'e lehu. Nā lima hana, nā mamo, I awamo ai ke kule ana, o ka alaka'i ana, ka holo ana, maluna o Hōkūleʻa, āpuni o ka honua. Ua ka apuni, me ka mana o ko kako mau kupuna. Ua ka apuni, me ka ike, ku'una. Oi he molele, o ka honua a pau, o ka ho'okele wa'a. Eo e nā ho'okele! Eo! He wā ke ia, e pūpaakai ai kākou, a e inupu ai kākou I ka ʻawa. Ka ʻawa a kāni kanu aku ai Hawaii. He ʻawa ke ia e ho'ohanohano ai I kia wa'a kaulana o Hōkūleʻa. E ho'ohanohano ai I nā po'e a pau o kia wahi. Me ke la he leo aloha, he leo mahalo. Mahalo to all who have played a big role in helping our wa'a get all the way around the world. I wanted to acknowledge the amazing kupuna that had the vision for this. I want to acknowledge the hands who helped to pull and move the sails of the wa'a and who trusted in their na'au and the trainings from their teachers to navigate all the way around the world using ancestral wisdom. It shows that our ancestral mana and ike is still relevant today and is still very powerful. Eo kākou. Today we'll have a little bit of ʻawa. This is not a heavy ceremony. It's a little bit noa. But as each of you drink of the ʻawa, think of the many teachers and leaders that you've had in your life who have influenced you. Think about the gratefulness that we have for all of the skills that we have acquired throughout our ola. Think of our wa'a Hōkūleʻa for the beacon that she has become to uplift cultural vibrancy, to uplift ike Hawaii, and to share it with the world, to uplift all the native peoples of the world. Eo! Eo! We all come from a special place. Hōkūleʻa was able to circle the whole honua and lift everybody up as she went, to honor them and their culture. Every culture is important. Every lahui kanaka is important. Every kanaka is important. Let us today enjoy and celebrate with a little bit of ʻawa vai ono. Think about our leaders, think about our wa'a, and then the action is what is next. Let us ho'omau, let us ho'oko. Mahalo. O nā kua pau I hānau I ka poi ka lahiki kū. E a mai ke kai mai. O nā kua pau I hānau I ka poi ka lahiki kū. E a mai ke kai mai. O nā lali I pau I hānau I ka poi ka lahiki kū. E a mai ke kai mai. O nā vela wali I pau I hānau I ka poi ka lahiki kū. E a mai ke kai mai. O nā puali I pau. E kū, e ola, a kani ko'o, a Hoʻomaikaʻi ʻole, a palalau hala, a polo pūpū I tali au
Pipi kau I ono I kāne hoala ni kau ai inu a kāne hoonu a kaulana ka ai kai o kāne hiwalo. E ai ka ʻōlelo e inu tau ai ono. Ka ʻōlelo I ke kai a ke kai ola I e tau ai ono. Ola I e tau ai ono a kāne. O ko I e ka paelo au ano ano e.
E ka vai, ka puna vai kau I ka lewa, ka mana o kū, ka vai ola. E kū mau ka la hui, e kū.
Heia kawa e ke akuai. He awa lani vale no. He aia ke kamaiki. E inu I ka awa laulan. Ka awa kani kanua kuai kahiki. Aulu, alau, au o maila no I kahiki. A ka ia a ela, a hoka I ki kanoa. Eia ka wala Ia kane hoalani uli mai la ko kalani. Ia kane lu honua I mai la ka honua. Ia kane uli ko a uli mai la na ko a aina na ko a kai. Ia kane I ka vai e uli mai la I ki kai a me ka vai. Ia kane I ka poha ka aua ho o ko ia ka awa. Ia lono makua paupu hoi me ko kako mo au makua na aku o makou. Eia kawala eli kapu eli noa. Ua oa kawala Eia la he ama. Eia hawa e akua ia kanaloa moana nui a kea. Na uno I pale kana ho ia Hōkūleʻa. Leʻa na maka imo na hoku. E kilo aku I ka hoʻokele. E ala kaʻi ia e kaʻi ke kūpuna. Kuʻu mau ka mana o ka lahui. E hui ana na moku o na kai e walu. E ka apu I ana o Hōkūleʻa I ka honua. E ka alo I ka iko wakea. E holo I ke ala polohiwa kanaloa. A ka apu ni maila I ka honua. A ka alo hou I ka piko wakea. A hele akula I ke ala polohiwa kane. A hoi hou mai a whai pakipika. A hoi ka aina kupuna o kākou. O Rapanui, o Aotearoa, o ka ikila Ho ia kula I tapu atea. A kea ka mana o na oiwi. Na iwi kua mo o haloa ka mo o kapu. Eia la o kane hoalani. Ku hoi mai la kalani. Eia no na pula o ka lahui. E inu I ka ʻawa kane, no e kanaloa, no e kiaʻi, no I palekana. Eia ka ʻawa kane la e inu I ka ʻawa vaiola.
Ia ka awa. No nā kupuna. Nā kupuna I kupu mai ka ike ka mana. Ka wānana. Ke kukulu ana I kia waa kaulana o Hōkūleʻa. Nāna no I hoʻā ke ahi e kukulu ai na waa he lehu lehu o ka honua. E hoʻohano kākou I nā kupuna. Na lākou no I wānane kia. E mau e kākou, e mau e. Ia ka awa, o ka ahu. Ka ahu puaʻa o kia wahi aina. Ka ahu I paʻa I ai mai nā pohaku o ka honua. O kia aina o Kualoa he aina kaulana. Kia aina o Hakipuʻu he aina kaulana. No ka holo o ka waʻa. He wahi laʻa ke ia. Poho lā lele. Poho lā pae. Pae maila ka ike ka mana o nā kupuna. Ia ka awa I ka ahu. Ia ka awa, o ka pōhaku mana, I kālai ia ma na mauna o Kualoa, ma na mauna o Hakipuʻu. Me na lima hana no e au, I kō maila ia e ka lā. E inu I ka awa I ka pōhaku mana, e hoʻaheo ai ko kākou honua, ko kākou lāhui kanaka. E ola. O ku, o kane, o kanaloa na ali, na au mākua I ko na au mākua I keu. E ola ho ia ka meha meha. E ola ho ia Hōkūleʻa. E ola ho ia mākou kau mau kula kula. E ia ka wala e. A Hoʻomaikaʻi ole. A kolopupu. A palalauhala. A kani koʻo. E ola ka wala e. O makua. Ia awa, kia ka opou, pai o ka mākou. Ia ka awa o nā kanaka. Kanaka I ala ka inai. O kākou ahi.
Paʻi ka lima.
Aloha mai kākou. I want to say yaurana to our cousins and our family from Tahiti. Kiorana to our whanau down in Rarotonga. Talofa to our friends and family from Samoa. Malolele to our family in Tonga. Kia ora from all our whanau down in Aotearoa. Bula to our friends from Fiji. Yaurana to our families from Te Pito o Te Hinua, Rapa Nui. Koha to our family down in Inua Anana, Marquesas. And all our other friends and families around the Pacific Rim that was a part of this voyage. You know, I can't even start to thank the people who helped. It was countless. But what I do want to say is, you know, we started this voyage many, many years ago. We had a saying that we keep in mind. It says, it's a ʻōlelo no iao. It takes an ahupua'a to build a canoe. And just refers to the fact that for something that's very important to a community, it's going to take the community. Gosh, these voyages started thousands of years ago. You know, there was a break in it for a couple hundred years. We all know we're starting up again. In this relatively short time, in 40 years, we've had so much help. The community has been amazing. That's why we've been able to come this far and even attempt to do a voyage like this around the world. And the success was built in because of the community. I mean, you folks witnessed this homecoming this past Saturday. Tremendous effort went into it by tremendous resources throughout the islands, and it was unbelievable. I especially want to thank the community for your guys' good thoughts and your prayers. It makes a difference. You guys know it makes a difference. That's why you do it. So many people told me, we prayed for you every day. And we tell them, thank you, and we know that. We could feel it. And that's why the canoe is sitting offshore. Hōkūleʻa is sitting offshore over here. We had over 300 sailors from all the islands that were part of this voyage. They also came through the Pacific Rim throughout Polynesia. And behind that, we had tens of thousands of people who are helping everywhere along the route. Unbelievable. I just want to say that it's been a long journey, not just this journey. From 1975, when Hōkūleʻa was first launched right here, March 8th, 1975. It was a start of a long journey. There was a time when in Hawaii, the knowledge was lacking, the skills was lacking, but the will and the commitment was strong. But we've recovered so much. We have, like, of all those 300 sailors that have sailed, I just want to say mahalo nui to all of you guys. You guys are so skilled. It was a beautiful voyage. It was a purposeful voyage. You know, all the sailors, they trained hard, they committed to it, and they came on board with that sense of purpose. And I just want to say that because probably a lot of us out here just don't know what goes on board. You know, you just see, okay, Hōkūleʻa moved from here to here and blah, you know, all of that, and who's on board. And you see all the wonderful reports and blogs that are sent in. But behind that is a lot of hard work on board, a lot of beautiful practical application of knowledge, of navigation, seamanship, piloting, and a whole lot of science and all of that. That's our ancestors. They're on board with us. That's ancestral knowledge. And that was a big part of this voyage, was to acknowledge that ancestral voyage, the beauty of it, the relevance of it in today's world, and then to move forward with that. So it was a long voyage. It's been a long voyage, but there's a long road ahead. There's generations of sailing ahead. We're committed to it. I think every one of the canoes out here that you saw Saturday, all the canoes that are built in Hawaii, all the canoes that are down in Aotearoa, Tahiti, South Pacific, all, you know, they're all committed to it. We're talking generations, many, many, many generations. So mahalo you guys for your support. When everybody looks back at it, they're going to remember all us guys for holding it together. Mahalo.
Hōkūleʻa kaulua I ka hano, ka mewehi lei ka apuni honua. Nua ka mahalo. Nua ka mahalo I ka pai parekana, me ko po ki I hiki ana lia. Nua ka mahalo. Nua ka mahalo I ka pai parekana, me ko po ki I hiki ana lia. Kau ka halia I ke kilepa lepa, kuhi kuhi ana I ke ala o ka pono. Kau ka halia. Kau ka halia I ke kilepa lepa, kuhi kuhi ana I ke ala o ka pono. Ua pono na kupuna. Ua pono na kupuna me na mamo, ho'oku I kahi ke aloha I ke ao. Ua pono na kupuna. Ua pono na kupuna me na mamo, ho'oku I kahi ke aloha I ke ao. Ua o mai nei na kai e walu. Ua o mai nei na kai e walu, malama honua velo I ka ni'o. Ua o mai nei na kai e walu. Ua o mai nei na kai e walu, malama honua velo I ka ni'o. He lei ka apuni honua.
E ngā iwi kotoa, katoa, o te moana nui ākiwa, ki ora tātou katoa. I have a job to do, really, that I thought it would be better to leave it for here, which is the last part of the krakia that I said for Hōkūleʻa when it left Aotearoa. It's appropriate that I think I should finish it here, because this is where Hōkūleʻa was born. And I was so pleased to be able to be here, because well, I wasn't quite sure whether I was going to make it or not. But I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I'm here today. So I will finish the last part of the krakia when for the homecoming of Hōkūleʻa. te papa o te rangi e tūnei, pokai runga, pokai raro. Wa wāhia te tauihurangi, patu te tauihurangi. Whakamoea tai horo nuku rangi, tītoko ngā pewa o rehua i te rangi. Ka māreo atu tahi, ka rere tautoru, ka whakamoua ke au kia pātari kaihau. Kia kōwhiti te marama, he pae whenua, ka whiti au e. Ka tūnu mea, ka tūrawea, ka whakaoti nuku, ka whakaoti rangi. Ko toho manawa, ko o mātou manawa e tāne kai dihia. Whāno, hara mai te toki, ahami e, hui e, tāhiki e. What a great day. What a great time. When I first got interested in sailing, which is about 32 years ago, I had my own ambitions, and that was to sail to the other two corners of the triangle. Took a while, but we actually did it, and I was really proud of myself that I was able to build the canoe Te Aurere, to do that first voyage with Mau and Clay Bertelman, and also Mau's nephew, to sail on our maiden voyage to Rarotonga. Because I'm sure if we'd have tried to do it by ourselves, then we would have probably finished up somewhere else, not Rarotonga. But since then, for me, I think our tupunas was behind me all the way, because it wasn't the struggle that I thought I was going to have in trying to complete the other two corners of the triangle. And I'm so glad that the Hōkūleʻa started off in Aotearoa on its voyage around the world, and coming back into the Pacific to visit our whanaungas from Easter Island before coming back here. That's beautiful, because the three corners of the triangle was involved in that trip around the world, that sail around the world. So I'm really happy that I'm here today. We've only got a short time left before I'll be heading back to Aotearoa. However, aloha to everybody. Kia ora.
Mai ka pola o ka waa kaurua me ka hānui, ka hāloa, ka hāho mau. E hātiro mai o e ia unei la, e hātiro mai o e ia unei la, e ngati rua wahia. Ngati rua wahia. E ngati rua wahia. Ngati rua wahia.
Go. Gully.
Belina me ke aloha, aloha nui kākou. O ka mea mua, mamaki wau e aloha aku a mahalo aku I keia aina nei o Hakipuʻu me Kualoa. Me nā kupuna o keia aina, o ia hoʻi o ka haʻi. Me kona mau pua I hiki keia manawa, ka ʻohana o Hakipuʻu, ka piko, su, eo. Don't make me cry, you guys. Yeah, nā kanaka e malama I keia aina a me ka waʻa, ka mama o Hōkūleʻa, keia kona ʻone hānau. So I was asked just yesterday if I would speak today on behalf of the young navigators. So of course, at first, not feeling sufficient or worthy to do that. But at the same time, kind of honored that I get to be called young still. And didn't really have enough time to talk to all the young navigators, so kalamai, but I'll try to do some justice to all of you out here. There are many. I think really most of what I want to say is mahalo. Mahalo to the visionaries who you see their faces on that poster up there, to our families who made great sacrifices, especially in the beginning, the Eikau family. Mahalo to our master navigator, Papa Mau Piailug. You know, we were lucky to grow up, our generation, my generation and younger, to grow up in a time after Hōkūleʻa made her first voyage to Tahiti. We got to grow up with those first voyagers being our heroes. You know, always looking up to them and having real life heroes, not just on the TV, but we could actually even to this day go talk story and learn from. In feeling insufficient, of course, I was frantically texting Pomai yesterday. I said, Tita, you should be the one talking up here. She's so much better at this. Sitting there in the back where I'd rather be. I asked her, what should I talk about? There's really, I don't want to spend a lot of time up here, but there's really a lot that we can say when given the opportunity, I guess. So she says to talk about our heroes, talk about our lessons from our voyage home, stay tight to the wind, and patience, and really going back to our heroes. As your students, we just hope to make you folks proud. Really mahalo to Mau's first students, who he graduated in the pole ceremony 10 years ago on his island. And then the following year, another group of our ohana from the South Pacific. We admire your courage and your trusting us, your students, to believe in the teachings that you've passed on from your teacher, from Papa Mau and others who've helped you along your journeys. To our po navigators, our lights, our leaders in our communities, our Hawaii po, Uncle Shorty, Uncle Nainoa, Bruce, Chad, Kalepa, and then our po Kaumatua, Hector, Hekenukumai, Busby, and our other po who may not be here today, Tua, Pe'ia, Piripi, Jacko. I think Papa is happy that he has so many students and that his students are continuing his teachings. Again, we just, as your students, we hope to make you folks proud, and many of my generation are already teaching their keiki, and I think that's the best of all, is to sing these young keiki out on the va'a out there, right alongside Mama Hōkūleʻa. Yeah, like Papa says, make happy. Mahalo. Mahalo everybody for being here, for your support of the voyage. I think part of the purpose of Malama Honua was to give us students a chance to gain more experience with our teachers and build that capacity for future leadership. And as uncomfortable as it is for many of us, you just got to be ready when your teachers say go. But yeah, I have a lot of hope for the generations after because of our teachers. So mahalo again, everybody. Aloha.
Na po e lehu lehu. Na ino ana I ka ʻawa e noho mai ma ka noho.
E hui a kuana au ia o e ai ai he ata vai a tāne. Ai ai ka hiki nā ka lapu ka I hae hae ai ai ila ila ata vai a tāne. E hui a kuana au ia o e ai ai he ata vai a tāne. Ai ai ka ula nā ka la I ka pai o pua I te tai e a mai ana mani hoa ma ka mole mai o le hua. Ai ai ila ila ka vai a tāne. E ui atu ana au ia o e ai ai he ata vai a tāne. Ai ai te tua hivi te tua lono I te awāwa I te taha vai. Ai ai ila ila ta vai a tāne. E ui aku ana au ia o e ai ai he ata vai a tāne. Ai ai kai I ka moana I te tualau I te anu enu e I ta punohu I ta ua koko I ta alewa lewa. Ai ai ila ila ta vai a tāne. E ui aku ana au ia o e ai ai he ata vai a tāne. Ai ai luna ta vai a tāne I te ouri I te ao ele ele I te ao pano pano ke ao popolo hua me a tāne lai. Ai ai ila ila ta vai a tāne. E ui aku ana au ia o e ai ai he a ta vai a tāne. Ai ai lalo I ka honua, I ka vai hu, I ka vai kaua ka ane me kana loa. He vai puna, he vai e inu, he vai e mana, he vai e olai.
waulani, te anula I waulani, ta manala I waulani, o ta hale pahula I waulani, ta moila I waulani, o te tupalala I waulani. O te ala tu waulani, o tu tale pala I waulani, o ta pai humula I waulani, te anula I waulani, o ta manala I waulani, ta hale pahula I waulani, ta moila I waulani, te tupalala I waulani. O te ala to waulani, o tu tale pala I waulani, o ta pai humula I waulani, te anula I waulani, o ta manala I waulani, ta hale pahula I waulani, ta moila I waulani, o te tupalala I waulani.
E ola e nā mo o kapu o hāloa. E o e kane hoalani ka pali nāna e hi'i. E anō kāpou a koa ana ma kia la ki ala polohiwa o kāne. Ma kia pō mahina o kāne. E ho'ola ai me ka ʻawa. E mahalo ai I nā lima hana. Nā leo pule. Ana au haa me kia aloha no ka waa Hōkūleʻa. Wa inu ia ka ʻawa kāne kanu aku ai Hawaii. E uhi ana ke kapa, ke kanoa me ke kapa o kāne. A mama, ua noa.
Ke ia ka wā no ka ai ana I nā mea ai I piha I nā ho ai lona o ko kākou po e kupuna. This is a time for ceremonial eating. Again, we invite you, for those of you seated at the chairs, we ask that you hold your pa or hold your plate until everybody has been served, and we'll be describing each of the 6 mea'ai that we will be partaking of to bring this portion of the ceremony to a close before we continue with more haʻi ʻōlelo. As we continue to receive our pa mea'ai, our food plates, let me just comment a little bit about some of the foods that we'll all be eating simultaneously. 3 mea'ai no ka aina mai, 3 mea'ai no ke kai mai. The uala, or the sweet potato, reminds us of our awakening as a lahui. Uala in Hawaiian, a play on words. Uala, sweet potato. Uala, to be awakened. That's the first. The second is the ahi, or the dry ahi. And we think of our voyaging heritage, our va'a heritage, moving fast like the ahi, moving with strength and energy, moving together as one in a school. The ahi is our second mea'ai. Next we have our ho'ailona of our ancestor haloa. So we eat the kalopa'a. Particularly appropriate here in this aina momona o hakipu'u me Kualoa, ko'olau poko, ko'olau loa, lands that are still abundant with mea'ai, including our kalo. The limu kohu, another play on words, kohu, to be like something or someone. We look at our kupuna, pictured here in this display, Herb Kawai Nui Kane, Ben Finney, Tommy Holmes, Papa Mau Piailug, Myron Pinky Thompson, all examples of visionaries, of historians, of creative people with lots of energy and lots of inspiration. So when we eat the limu kohu, we try to be like them and try to possess some of those qualities. The ulu that Uncle Calvin Ho spoke of earlier was first brought here by Kaha'i. Kaha'i was a grandson of Mo'ikeha, and Mo'ikeha was a grandson of Maveke, the ancient navigator. So the ulu reminds us of growth. The word ulu in particular, also ho'oulu, which means to inspire or to cause growth. And the last of our 6 food items, back to the ocean, is pa'akai. Pa'akai, to preserve. We're preserving our heritage. We're reawakening our voyaging heritage, and we have done so successfully with Malama Honua and 40 years and then some of Holokai, Holomoana. And also the pa'akai gives flavor to our food so that we can enjoy it together. Have we all been served? I think it looks like we have everybody. First, we're going to take a bite of our uala and remember the sweet potato, reminding us of our awakening. So, ai kākou I ka uala. And what goes really well with uala, a nice bite of dry ahi to remind us of our swiftness in the ocean, working together, traveling with strength, with direction. E ai kākou I ke ahi. Our staple food, the kalo pa'a, reminds us of our ancestor, Haloa. E ai kākou I ke kalo. Perfect time for some limu kohu flavor so that we can be like our ancestors, like our kupuna, and even sometimes like our keiki. We enjoy limu kohu as it gives flavor to the foods we have just eaten. E ai kākou I ka limu kohu. O ka mea ai o keia ai na o iho I ka ulu. We eat the breadfruit to remind us of inspiration and growth. E ai kākou I ka ulu. O ka hope, o ia hoi he mea e hoʻinaʻi ka mea ai, what we eat to give extra flavor to our food, a pa'akai, and also to remind us of preserving our heritage, preserving our culture, not as a thing of the past, but of a relevant practice or relevant practices no kokako hanauna e ola. No laila e ai kākou I ka pa'akai. As you continue to enjoy your mea ai, please know that there will also be lunch after this. So this is still ceremony, okay? We don't want you to think we ran out of budget. The ko, or sugar cane, is often used to balance in ceremonies that include ʻawa. In today's ceremony, we use the ko with another meaning, the word ho'oko, and ho'oko is to fulfill. So as Jamie Fong presents this ko to the president of the Polynesian Voyaging Society, Nainoa Thompson, we're going to ask him on behalf of the Ohana Va'a, on behalf of all of us here today, to take a small piece of sugar cane or ko to acknowledge that we indeed have fulfilled the goals of Malama Honua. And we're going to hear more about that with the haʻi ʻōlelo of Nainoa. Ua ai ia ke ko, ua ho'oko ia nā make. Adolaida, we invite to the ipuleo to the microphone at this time, Nainoa Thompson. Pai lima kākou.
Aloha mai kākou. Like Bruce, I feel the same way. Very grateful and thankful and honored to the thousands who kept this voyage safe, brought the Hōkūleʻa home, and will always been inadequate to not be able to thank everybody. It's probably going to take a couple of years to do that. And it's to the ones that, are here, and it's the faces and the voices that aren't here, that are always in the back, always supporting without the need for recognition. But what I did want to do today was to do two things. Because these two individuals are always in the background. They're always supportive for the last 3 decades. And they've done so much to change the face of Hawaii in the Pacific. That at a time when Hawaii wasn't even invited to the Pacific Arts Festival because the notion was that we sold out our culture to tourism, so we had nothing to give. So I don't want to forget. I'm empty-handed. I have nothing to give them, but I keep looking at them for leadership and for guidance, and it's not just protection of the Hawaiian culture; it's giving it life throughout the Pacific, and I think they played a huge role in allowing us to have this kind of gathering where Fa'afa'ite is here and Okeanos is here, and their representatives from Aotearoa, like Bruce had put. So can you just help me just raise a voice or a hand and for Randy and Jamie Fong. So on this long road of thank yous and mahalos to the many, permit me just to focus on the crew today, because they're here. And there's many. Shorty, thank you for bringing Makali'i close to Hōkūleʻa and spending the night at sea to make that happen. And to Timmy Mo'okiha, being here is deeply valued. Billy Hawaii Law, and all of those that sailed that canoe. And Byron is just very honored that you took such good care of it. And on Kauai, Namahoe, John and Dennis, and many others. And I really do want to thank Pe'ia and the crew of the Okeanos, Marshall Islands for, look, coming from the southern oceans in the southern corners, 4,500 miles. That's, what would that be? That'd be 1/5 around, no, that's less than that. It's almost approaching 1/4 of going around the earth. That's a long voyage. Thank you, folks. And I've said it before, and you need to keep saying it again, that having Whawhaiiti here really strengthens our need to remember about the true definition of family. 41 years in Tahiti, and every single time you go there, there's always underneath the grace and the kindness and the aloha and the love of the Tahitian people is always the reminder, you know, don't thank us because you are family. And then the stone that you gave us, that would be carried on Hōkūleʻa. We left Mataia in the pouring rain, and Mayor said, you take this stone. It's not ours, it's yours. Then put me on a motorboat and drove around the corner to see this mountain that was called Pere, for Pele. And then below it was another hill that they called the Marae. It's not a stone structure, it's the whole mountain. That was called Paoa. Family to King Kamehameha I, family to Kahanamoku, family to my father. Take the stone home, and when you build your marae, you put that one in first, because then we're there with you. And I can go on and on. But I do want to talk a bit about leadership. Guys, it's a dangerous voyage. It ain't easy. It's rough. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. We have 35 miles to go to get to Kapalama and back into the Marine Education Training Center. The meeting that we had in April 1st, 2008 with Ohanawa, and then Billy was the chairman, this idea about going around the world. Well, the seed was planted not in 2008, it was planted 16 years ago by an astronaut by the name of Lieutenant Colonel Lacey Veach that said, essentially, you got one island in space, that's all you got. It's a blue one, not a green one. It's 70% water. And humanity is changing it, and it's going to change you. You need to learn. You can't protect what you don't understand, and you won't if you don't care. And you can't do it by yourself. That he always believed, I mean, there was such an interesting statement he made one time when we thought, you are at the ultimate in the shuttle program, the ultimate of exploration. And he looked at me and said, no. In the shuttle, we're just a spam in the can. And we're going around and around the earth. And guess what? We didn't go anywhere. Hōkūleʻa is the explorer. Because explorers inside the earth. Take Hōkūleʻa around the world, you need to learn. You need to connect. And you bring gifts back to your children to navigate a better world. And for 16 years, we would debate it, we wouldn't go. Back in 1992, when he was still alive, climate change wasn't agreed upon, sustainability wasn't a word. And then as the years go by, 16 years, then you start hearing about hypoxia, dead zones, bleaching, 90% of the Great Barrier Reef is gone, the acidification, sea level rising, turning up the thermostat, all this stuff, and then carbon. Carbon sunk in the oceans, that will pay that debt over the next 200 years. So the decision in 2001 was really a decision based on what's more dangerous. Is the hurricane, the pirate, the rogue wave, the mosquito, and all these lists, you can add them all on about risk, is that more dangerous than tying Hōkūleʻa to the dock and being too afraid to go? What's more dangerous? If you tie it to the dock and you don't go, then let's just accept that if you don't set the vision for your destination, for your children, somebody else is, and that's what's happening right now. The overfishing, the pollution, heating up the earth, changing climate. That's not a Pacific vision. Pacific have nothing to do with climate change, but they may be the ones that will suffer the most first. And we know, been to the islands. But to take the risk, I want to thank all those who did the research. 6 years of solid research to be able to answer really 3 questions. 1, can you sail around the world? Do you understand the world's wind systems enough to accomplish that? Can you come home and be safe? Can you do it safely? And can you have a mission that's important enough that it will transcend and change the world, not today, but tomorrow, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, next generation? The world is helping us shape a whole new worldview about responsibility opposed to taking and not giving back, about kuleana opposed to just destroying it and walking away and don't care. It's not going to work. So I thank Shorty, I thank Bruce, I thank Bob, I thank Onohi, I thank Kalepa, Tua, Peia, Frankie, Archie, Billy, Jacko, all the leadership where there was no, 42 years ago, there was no voyaging canoes in the Polynesia. Now there's 27, and there's 2,500 sailors. And to put some perspective of change, I happened to be here because Herb Kubai Kane was recruiting the top watermen in Hawaii. That wasn't me. He went to Huinado Canoe Club. I was a novice paddler, but he had this like little 22-foot double hull paddling canoe, 4x4s, Hobie Cat mast. Needed volunteers to paddle him outside the reef in Honolulu Bay to go sailing. I love the ocean, so I figured I'd just go with him and play around. No idea that he had the dream of the canoe. This is before Hōkūleʻa was built, 74. But he was trying to get Hawaii's top watermen to make the voyage in 76. And 2 he was really recruiting was Billy Mitchell, top paddler in Hawaii, and Kalaa Kukea. Next to Eddie, in my humble opinion, in that time, top waterman in the world. Go into Herb's house and there's these 19 oil paintings of voyaging canoes that I have no idea, because when I graduated from college I didn't know anything. And then he had all these nautical charts on the tables scattered all over the place of all these islands I didn't know, of a place I didn't know called Polynesia. But it was that moment when he took us 3 into the yard that evening. It was late spring 1974. And he took us, our eyes and our imagination, and pulled it up to the heavens. And he started drawing this map of Hawaiian star lines, names from Hokupa all the way around to Nahiku, to Hōkūleʻa, to Hikianalia, to Me'e, and then to Hanaiakamalama, the Southern Cross. They were all there, changing my world. And then here, to put it into perspective, March 7th, I think it's more like March 5th, Hōkūleʻa, the two hulls were trucked down here with the yakus, and then us so-called canoe paddlers were supposed to lash it. And I remember just going around and around and around the yakus, and nobody knew what to do. So why don't you just throw a couple half hitches over there? And then some guy was saying, well, you know, don't lash it tight. Let it be loose so the canoe can walk over the waves. Yikes. So that was okay. That was like the perfect excuse for ignorance. We just kind of wrap it around, throw a couple half hitches, and off we go. And then we drank ʻAwa for the first time in my life. Didn't know what it was, didn't like it. But nobody told me why. Why? We sat in a circle, and then Hōkūleʻa was up on the sand over there, and I said, there's no way they're going to get this canoe in the water. No way. They put all the coconut fronds inside there, and God, she slipped in. It was just, it was like a miracle. And she slid so fast into the water, we had to stop it. So I grabbed the back yaku and I was dragging to the water, and then I was strong enough, even though there's no catwalks, to pull myself up. There was so much mana in the moment. I pulled myself up and I looked down the hall. There wasn't a single person. And then I knew this place is kapu, get off. So I went back, got off and let it go, and put her at anchor that night. It slept here. On March 8th. March 9th would be the first voyage of Hōkūleʻa. And to tell you how much we forgot, we sailed off. We had these two like pine-handled steering sweeps and these big giant paddles to steer by. We had these sails that, when we look at the balance of Hōkūleʻa now, they were way too far back, huge helm. There were no cleats on the canoe, so we just half-hitched everything to death, let alone try to take it off. And we take off, and we break the two steering sweeps. We ran aground on the sandbar, and then there's like 20, 30 people on the canoe. The sheets are fully sheeted in. We're full sail stuck. And the captain says, okay, everybody get off. So everybody in a frantic mood jumps off. This is a true story. Everybody jumps off. The captain's up there by himself. And the canoe lifts up and starts sailing. And guys are dragging on the yakus, and then you see one fall off, and then the other one fall off, and then we keep going down there. And my captain's screaming at us, and a few of us got on board and just started tying untie those knots, and I was going, wow, this is going to be a long voyage, man. But then look at Lake 32. If you get a chance, go get the record on the tracking map. Put it up against the described road that is etched in by our ancestors into the ocean between Kahiki and Hawaii. It's on that map. And you go watch this crew. When the northeast winds came and shoved them to the west, you're going down you're going down the dark side of the line. You got to stay east. Then you see the winds come back. You see them fight back, get back on the line. And you see them keep going, getting back to the line. Stay close to the wind. Stay close to the wind. And then when they made the turn down, you know, they were at like the perfect spot. They were 11 miles north of the coastline. And when they made the turn down and they found Haleakala, I recorded that thing. They were 11 miles north of the coastline, but Kailani thought they were 10 miles north of the coastline. She's 1 mile off. 1 mile off. Over 2,400 miles. That's excellence. But Kailani Kailani is the eyes of the canoe, and the crew is everything else. Pomai, her watch captain, is a crew. There's no way you can get to that bar of excellence if you don't have the full trust and commitment of the full crew. You can't do it. So one single person on board the canoe that doesn't believe and doesn't support, only one, you'll see it in the sail plan. You'll see it in the wake. It just takes one. And then you bring Kailani up, and you know leadership is changing because you heard her. It's a different voice, it's a different face, and it's a different story. It's with grace, with respect. Leadership is not a privilege. Leadership is not an accomplishment. Leadership, to some degree, is a curse. It's rough. When we transition leadership to young people, they're going to take the brunt of having to make so many decisions. If you think about the Worldwide Voyage, if you think about the 400 days we're at sea, of the 700 days we're on foreign soil, there must have been millions of decisions made. But on the ocean, you cannot make any mistakes, not the big ones. I made one. Mozambique Channel. Going to go to one of the roughest places in the world. Hōkūleʻa is not designed for the rogue wave of South Africa. Guess what? Rogue wave, most die. Maybe a few will survive. Probably not. Probably not. There are many that said 902 dangerous, put Hōkūleʻa on a ship and sail her around South Africa. It's too dangerous. I chose not to, out of my trust and belief in the crew. If we had put Hōkūleʻa on the ship, essentially what we'd be saying, that Hawaii isn't good enough to sail around South Africa, and the crew's not good enough. What would be at stake when you make that kind of leadership decision is that you're making yourself mediocre. You lowered the bar. And we have no room in our future to take the bar down. There's too much to do. Major cold front comes home, the stuff that kills people. And by the way, in South Africa, it took us 42 days to go around. In those 42 days, 16 people in other boats that didn't go in, they did die. We get into a country that was not on the sail plan called Mozambique. Went to a city that has a lot of turmoil. We got boarded by enforcement with, those kind of automatic weapons, stare you down. And then the storm came, the fields of lightning. And all I wanted to do is get this crew off Hōkūleʻa, get them into some place so they're not going to get killed. 6-8 knots of current, gale force winds, stacking waves, and we damaged Hōkūleʻa. My fault. One wrong call. One line in the wrong place. My fault. But I saw Keahi. I saw Archikalepa. I saw Tamiko. I saw Sam Kapoi. I saw Timmy Gilliam. Kalepa Babayan. Sit down and say, this canoe is going to be fixed in a day and a half. And you'll never know that there was damage. In a country that we don't know and we cannot go ashore. And that was leadership. That was leadership. Because in the time when you're on your knees and you're broken, you can stay there. But that crew did not. And we sailed around South Africa because the bar is high. But the other side of leadership, the decision that involves safety, decision that involves equality, decision that involves kuleana on the land, or kuleana that affects people. To leadership, the young ones Nobody said that leadership was going to be comfortable. So when you need to get up to the mic, guess what? You got to get up to the mic. You think, I like being up here? No. This goes against every single cell in my body. But you got to get up. And then when you make the decisions, even the ones that are closest to you, they're going to question you. And the ones that are far away from you, they'll throw stones at you, and you won't even know. Too bad. That those that may not support you, those that may not be with you, it's okay as long as your decision is pono, as long as it's correct, as long as it's right, and it's going down the long path. And now what you need to see is not today, but far down the road. It's those decisions that even those right next to you are going to challenge you. You become a leader when you get up and make the call, knowing that even the closest of you may not be with you. Make the call. Because if you don't, things can go terribly wrong. I just have been witness to the 300 plus. And I need to thank every single one of them and their spouses, their husbands and their wives, and their children for letting us borrow those people to get Hōkūleʻa around the world. We could have made a very, very different leadership decision. If you just want to sail around the world, why don't you get the top open ocean sailors, hire them, and take Hōkūleʻa around the world and bring it back home? Guess what? You wouldn't see Saturday, because that was a day of family, not about professional sailors. It was a day of community. It was a day about promises kept. And the professional sailors cannot go and change education. They can't go and help us rebuild health practices. I mean, the ceremonial food, what if we chose to eat that every day except for McDonald's? They would not be able to carry the heart and spirit of not just Hawaii, but the largest nation on earth called Polynesia. They wouldn't be able to do it. And what I saw on the crew, that choice to take strangers that have their own ability to reach out beyond the sailing and make a contribution to Malama Honua, whether it's in the fish pond, whether it's in the watershed, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's in the poorest of our communities. That's the heart that needed to be on Hōkūleʻa. And in my time sailing around on the 400 days, the 37 months, I've never ever heard a single argument between one crew member and another. I've never seen a single person treat someone else with any kind of things that were unkind, that were abusive. And the thing about this crew, they did a number of things. One is to make the crew, just know that from the strategic side, we had no idea what we were doing in 2008. So we just said, okay, why don't we see if anybody wants to go around the world, and let's just make a list. They just can sign up. We had 1,300 people sign up. So it's essentially, we never recruited because we had to recruit down. So we took that 1,300, we made it 750, and we couldn't train all those crew members, so we made it 600, and then we made it 360, and then we went to 300, and we pretty much met our goal. We got there. But in the training, I remember the first that we raised the bar, that there would be Bob Perkins, there'd be Bruce Blankenfeld, essentially would pull Hōkūleʻa out of the water on September 15, 2010, and she was tired, and she was heavy. So we had a meeting to say, if we're going to make a promise of going around the world, can Hōkūleʻa really carry us? Or is she too old? Is she too old? I'll tell you what, go out there. go out there and tell me if she's weak. Tell me if she's damaged. No. She's actually stronger, way more balanced, way more watertight today than the day she was launched 42 years ago. Because leadership. There's many weekends where people would come from Friday to Sunday and sleep underneath the canoe, and hundreds of people would come. We did the list. There's about 50,000 man-hours of volunteer time in 18 months to restore Hōkūleʻa. That took leadership. It took leadership. And at the pinnacle was Bruce and Bob. And I've said this a number of times. I'm just going to say it again. It's always worth repeating. Leaving on the Worldwide Voyage was relatively easy. Completing it was not. And in the arena of leadership, I've known him my whole life. We fished together, we dived together, we worked together, we paddled together. He's a champion of everything in the oceans, but you'll never know it because of humility. He's the most quiet voice in the storm. And he's the one that lifts everybody up off the deck when you find out how unforgiving the ocean is when you ain't ready. And with grace and dignity and steady. We can leave on a voyage. That was relatively easy. But to complete it, it really took Bruce Blankenfeld. Bruce raised us up to take the bar really high, take the standards really high. Bob was the one, and Bruce was the one to make sure that every piece of rot, every piece of damage in Hōkūleʻa, you can take off. And everybody complied. And so that standard, so that set of values became the standard which everybody, by the way, wanted to do. But too much, too often, in our homeland, we accept or expect things mediocre. We're okay if schools aren't good enough. We're okay if things are polluted. But you know what? None of us are. What Bruce, the Bobs, the Shorties, Archie and everybody, what they did, they raised the bar and everybody wanted the bar. But it was hard. The training. I remember we raised the bar way up. Mile swims, run for time, endurance, strength testing, academics, no seasick, that kind of stuff. And the bar went way high because we had to answer the second question. Can we sail around the world and can we keep it safe? On the first leg of Hawaii to Tahiti, there were 33 candidates for the first leg, for Hōkūleʻa and Hikianalia. And we tested everybody, and only 7 passed. Only 7 passed. Then the doctors are coming to me and say, well, maybe the bar is too high. Maybe lower it down so they can pass. I love our doctors, but no. Don't take the bar down. You take the bar down, what are you saying? That we can't achieve and get better? That we don't have the ability and the strength to make ourselves the best we can be? The criteria was just setting a bar to say, this is the best you can be. And that's what the voyage needed. And I will say, I don't know if Michelle Kapana Baird is here. The 2 heroes of this voyage is Michelle and her husband, Chris. When the bar seemed way too high, there was too much to have to do to get well and strong and healthy. And I would run with them and know that there's so much time you got to cut off. And Chris, her husband, took Michelle by the hand every day. Walk on the street, walk on the oceans, keep working on your strength, and keep. What Chris did for me was that he was the one that, without any doubt, without any question, and it just goes down to one thing, it goes down to love. He believed in Michelle. Day after day, the agonizing training to get ready for this, and someone saying you should cut it off, and it's not my choice to cut it off. Now guess what? She passes all the exams. And ready to go to Tahiti, except Chris gets cancer. And out of love, she stayed home to take care of him. That transcends everything beyond voyaging. To Chris and to Michelle, again, publicly, you are the heroes of this voyage. Thank you, crew, for raising the bar. Thank you when you went around the world. We talk about, wow, everybody respected Hōkūleʻa. How come? Respect goes two ways. Thank you, crew, for every single of the 300 plus communities that we went to that treated Hōkūleʻa with such kindness and aloha and respect. You know why? Because before that we went, our crew paid respect to those places, paid respect to those communities. When we go to Washington, D.C., the Pamunkey natives were so shocked that we would ask permission to come to the tribal lands, and they would say, for 418 years, nobody asked. It would be the first. That issue of respect is cornerstone to being able to protect and revive and heal a damaged earth. That underneath that issue of respect is love and aloha for all living things and an earth that's worth it. That aloha and love that these crews had shown, that was really at the essence, at the core of the whole voyage, and it made it all successful. And so it's the bar. It's also that issue of really, really carrying values and living the values that were so important to the voyage. And by the way, we didn't teach that. It was inherent on those who showed up and wanted to be part of the voyage, because an expectation of Malama Honua is going to be carried by you. Those who don't believe in it, there really wasn't a place. I mean, I'm both tired and just inadequate to say thank you to those who not just sailed the canoe, but brought so much love to it and care, and helped us find out really the way to go. And it was that kind of conduct and behavior that's going to drive everything in the future. People ask, where are you going? I'm saying, same place. We're going to keep sailing. We're going to grow the movement of Malama Honua. And to the crew again, we hope that it'll be a global movement. My understanding, Saturday, there was 10 million hits. Whatever hit is, there was 10 million of them. And from 50 different news stations from around the world. That doesn't matter, the number of hits or the number of TV stations. It's just the fact that you have voice, you have opportunity. The question is, what are you going to say? And my understanding from the comments that the world is yearning for the kinds of things that Hōkūleʻa and other voyaging canoes represent. The world is going to turn to Hawaii Dalai Lama once told me, and I said this publicly a number of times, Hōkūleʻa is like the flashlight that shines into the black darkness of the earth and shows humanity the way. And that was years ago. This is when he came in 2013 over here to bless Hōkūleʻa. And so, yeah. Thank you, crew. The leadership, the love and compassion you showed each other, the respect and dignity you gave to all Native people on the earth. To all our family from the Pacific, thank you for being here to honor us. Let's help you with your safe voyages back home. And to the families of our crew members, thank you for the support. Without you, we couldn't do it. And I'm feeling really quite inadequate right now, but right now, it's the best I can do. Mahalo.
About 6 months ago, Bruce Blankenfeld tossed this idea in the air that there might possibly be some type of way to remember or to mark the historical occasion. And that's what happens when you ho'opuka these words and they go out into the cosmos and they swirl around and they land. In this case, they landed on a gentleman named Kalaho, who is kupaukaʻaina for Hakipu'u. And he's going to be with us very shortly to tell you a little bit about a special journey that has everything to do with all of this achievement and this pride that's been displayed here and over the last 2 years, and how that's embodied then into something that our young generations can touch and be inspired by, and that's sitting in the middle of us here. Kalaho.
Aloha kākou. It is with great pleasure that I introduce you to this pohaku that was carved. It is of this place. It's along the lines of that tradition of having a piece of the aina represent that aina. But beyond being a representative of this particular place, it represents our honua as a whole. It's our world. This particular monument is to celebrate this momentous achievement going around the world, and it's represented here with the petroglyphs, the kipohaku, and the piko, each of these places that Hōkūleʻa has touched, each place having its own importance, each place having its own reverberations and kapu, but all connected. And as she traveled, she made this lay around the world. Really, to me, this pohaku is a lesson. This lesson has kauna to it, has layers to it, but foremost, it's the idea that the world is here. We are here. It is our kuleana, our privilege and responsibility to take care of our piko. The lesson also continues with the idea that the world is turning. There's movement of wind and water. The only constant is change. We're always having to experience this change, and we always need to challenge ourselves to find our place in this change and to keep up and to move forward. With this pohaku, I really hope that as it shows us connected, that you connect with this pohaku. Please touch the pohaku. It's meant to be connected to. It is a lineage that comes to us from the past. It shows us here ku in the present, but then to inspire us to move forward into the future. So mahalo for giving me this opportunity, and please connect and show that we are here in this piko, and we malama honua. Mahalo.
Tell us a little bit about what's the future,
what's going to happen the next year?
I was just asked to explain a little bit about the process of having this monument here. It was it was a journey unto itself to find the stone, to work out the logistics. I want to celebrate a little bit of a accomplishment that I'm particularly proud of. I was able to move this stone with a come along and an o'o. And I didn't believe that I could do it, but I tried it. And I was able to position it. And then I used some other tools, in particular a large excavator to move it to another site. But it's all a matter of accomplishment using the tools we have available. It's not quite finished yet. We have it here temporarily, but we need to garner a little bit more support. There's a little bit more that needs to line up, but eventually we will have this stone permanently installed in line with other ahu that was dedicated in 1995 in honor of Ka'auhanava'a and Mau Pialug in particular. It is actually in line with the connection between Hakipu'u and Kualoa. And I think that's especially significant. And I appreciate the idea of placing many markers along this connection because traditionally, Hakipu'u is a home of the kahuna, is the training ground for experts. It was us pursuing excellence in our academics, in our training. Kualoa is the home of the ali'i, where we have our leadership represented. To me, Kualoa and Hakipu'u being connected is a lesson. Because if you have training and capacity, but you don't act on it, you don't use it to lead forward, then it's poho. If you have that responsibility, that privilege of leadership, but you don't have the knowledge, the wisdom to make good decisions, pono decisions, and that's dangerous. So with this stone eventually being permanently installed along this line, this connection, it's another facet of our lesson that we need to have this pursuit of excellence, this training, this ho'omaikaʻi, and then we need to use that to add to the mana of this place and to malama honua. Mahalo.
Mahalo, aloha. We'd like to share with you now a wanana or a prophecy that was taught to us by our kumu, John Kaimikaua of Halahula o Kukuna o Kala. And this wanana is called the wanana Paku'i. Paku'i is a heiau on Molokaʻi, right in the piko of Molokaʻi, and in fact the piko of our Pai'aina. And this wanana was chanted on the walls of Paku'i when in 1819 the warriors of Ka'ahumanu were going through the islands to dismantle and shut down all of our wahikapu, our heiau, throughout all of the islands. And so when they came to Ohia, which is where Paku'i is at, the kahuna of the heiau, who had previously taken all of their mea kapu up to and hid them in the mountains, came back down and stood at the walls of the heiau, and they chanted this prophecy that was a part of their tradition. And we have continued this chant in our halau today. The first part of this wanana, one of the lines is Ha'ule kala, ha'ule kapo, ha'ule kalani, ha'ule kani'au. Ha'ule in Hawaiian means to fall, and it refers to the fall of our highborn, all of our ali'i, and all of our Hawaiian people in general, and how our culture, our language, our practices became very ha'a, very, very low. But the second part of this wanana speaks of Ho'ale Kalepo Popolo. And Ho'ale is like the ocean, like the wave rising. And the full line, Ho'ale Kalepo Popolo, refers to the rising of the people of the Aina, the people who have mud on their feet and mud on their toes. And so we'd like to share this chant from Molokaʻi, Wana Nā Pakuʻi.
Ei no Molokaʻi ke o, ei no Molokaʻi ke luna e. Ei o Molokaʻi ko upupe, o Molokaʻi nia e. E kua Molokaʻi a magpani Molokaʻi, aloha e wanoa, e wanoa, Puli, ka mauri a Molokaʻi. Puli, ka mauri a Molokaʻi. Ku, la mauri a pai ka ura ku no ku. Ku no puli. O kui la me ku no ku uri ka mako kalenu. O kui la me ku no ku uri ka mako kalenu. O kui la ku no ku uri ka mako kalenu. O kui la ku no ku uri ka mako kalenu. Ai ia ka u tio ka leva. Ei ka ui ki kui. Ei ka ui ki ka leva. Ai ia ka mo nui. Ei ka mo ki kui. Ei ka mo nui. Ai ia ka iole ole. Ei ka iole ole ki kui. Ei ka iole ole. Haule klala le klani. Haule ka po. Haule ka ni. Haule ka ni hau. Haule ka leva klala. Haule ka leva. Haule ka popo. Haule ka popo. Haule ka ni ora. Haule ka ni ora. Ura Molokaʻi. Molokaʻi nui a ni. Ku kala ni o Molokaʻi paka. Ku. Hoi.
Mahalo, aloha kākou. In our hula traditions, the hula pahu, or the drum dances, are considered the highest. And we offer as part of the closing of our ceremony today a mele hula entitled Aua Ia E Kama. When we think of our voyaging heritage, we think back to Hoʻomaikaʻi. And Hoʻomaikaʻi, a descendant of Moʻikeha, a descendant of Maveke, is believed to have brought, is storied to have brought the first pahu. We see the pahu across the lawn. The first, not that pahu, the first boy, that would be an old pahu. Brought the pahu to Hawaii. And as the canoes sailed across the islands of Hawaii, the pahu was ho'okani ia, it was sounded. And it created, it was a sound that was not familiar. And those large pahu became pahu heiau, the drums of Opuku and Havea. But they're connected with our voyaging heritage. The mele aua ia is familiar to many of us. We offer it today with representation from Halau Mohala Hilima, and I will go ahead and perform this for you with the idea that, and there's a couple of different interpretations of aua ia, several in fact. Number one is a reference to Kamalala Valu, an ancient chief, and holding on to the lands of Kama. A translation and an interpretation by Tutu Mary Kavena Pukui says the Kama here can also refer to the child, and almost referring to the generations of Hawaii to hold fast to what they believe in and what we hold dear, our heritage. And lastly, Aua Ia is also considered to be a tribute to Kanaloa, the deity of the ocean and the winds over the ocean. So with all of that in mind, we offer for you at this time Aua Ia E Kama. ia ka alihi.
A o poha kuku.
E ta upena tua o ihu ani ani. E ta unu o niu o lani o la a. O te ave ai tu ai a la aia. Au a ia e tama e tona motu. O tona motu e tama e au ai. O te tama 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 I ka hulinu. O te tama 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 I ka huli au. Ia papi o a I lalo I te alo. Ia e taimu.
Tuku tamati I lohe lohe.
O tahana na ia hiti o hula hula. Ka ia ka lihi.
A o poha kuku.
E ta upena tua o ihu ani ani. E ta unu o niu o lani o la a. O te ave ai tu ai a la ahia. Nana I hala vete. Ka honua o taha motu.
I hale ia e te tiu velo. Ta kuko velo. No he a kanalo.
We'd like to end with one voice, and we all get to be together in our ʻōlelo and in our puwai, hokai puwai. In 1995, when Hōkūleʻa came home here, we helped with the homecoming, and this when the ahu here was built. But we also composed a short chant that we chanted together, and we use this chant often so that everybody can kind of lend their voices. We're not going to end with a 4-letter word, but we're going to end with a 4-word chant. Okay. Mahalo for humoring me a little bit with that one. So only 4 words you got to know. Eo, eo, and so that only counts as one. That's 1 word. And then mauloa. Mauloa. Yeah, and we'll do 3 times together. So maybe the first time, just listen. Some of you already know this chant, but just jump in maybe the 2nd or 3rd time.
Iaku iwi! Koko ku koko! Hili kamo! Iaku iwi!